And what do you think for? You think about commercial spaces, and for that person to live, what are the things that that person require? And Fahari Garden Phase 1 is one of the projects, or the projects that we can say is a sure bet for you to get your return on investment for any coin that you are able to put. What we have done as a company, before we identify land, there are some few factors we look. Number one is location. Where is this land located in? And not just location. What are the zoning laws that requires to that place? Because there are places you find they are zoned for commercials. There are those that are actually for industrial purposes, and also you find of others that are also agricultural. So Gredico Properties has ensured that all those phases in our projects, we have done that. For example, we have been talking about Hazina Garden all the way from phase 6 all the way to phase 11. That specific land is is covering three places. One, that it looks for commercial. The other part is residential, and the third one is agricultural. Right now, if you go to the phase 6, 8, all the way, we have ensured that we have guaranteed the customers return on investment as we go. The last site visit to Likoko Bana Bramwell, majority of people are actually doing cotton. All right, others are doing watermelons. All right. In the season of Malindi Sai, they are short. We are expecting short rains in due. So we are finding people doing the prowling themselves and expecting to grow something through the season for short rains. So that is what we guarantee our customers. There's something else we consider is also size. All right. For Fahari Gardens, what are we selling? We are selling 100 by 100. At what cost? Just imagine, just 190,000 Kenya shillings. 100 by 100, Mr. Bramwell.
Exactly.
You know? So what we do, we evaluate the size to meet your operational requirements. So that is one of it. Then the other issue is we look at what accessibility is the land that we are buying for any investor. Are we guaranteed that if I use the public means, I will access that land? If I use my private means, am I going to access that land? So Gredico Property assures you accessibility for road, and also we are looking forward for future developments because, for example, roads in terms of expansion. So, for example, we're talking about the Malindi Lamu Highway, which is set also to do what you call the expansion, and we are guaranteeing that we look for land whereby we look for utilities. Is there water? Is there availability of essential services, water, electricity, waste disposal? That is also something that we look for. Security, is there security? And we can guarantee you that that we have done that. There's also something we do called cost. We look at the cost. We compare your budget and your financial projections. Are they going hand in hand? For example, I have a client who called me last week. Akaniuliza, James, I would like you to take my sons through a journey. And this journey is, I want them to start investments as young as they are. Possibly, they're in the universities and they are moving now to looking forward to do their own job or be employed. I want them to start as soon as they start. I want them to show them the journey. So this is a mother looking forward for his sons, or to show them that wait a minute, can I have a return on investment up for the future? So you buy that land today, and in the future maybe you can resell and get the value that you're looking for, a buy and wait, or alternatively buy and build, for example, so that you can get maybe a return on investment. And it is a guarantee because it is something that is gradual. It's not something that you expect right now. It's something that you expect gradually to get your return on investment. So there are also things that you look at, for example, when you are buying land, is the future development potential for that specific place. And we consider future developments. For example, talking about Watamu, talking about Malindi. As you know, Mr. Bramwell, we are having future developments for that road, for the Malindi Lamu Highway, and you will see that the by extension, by extension, the land appreciates as the future development comes. If you talk about road, if you talk about a railway, you expect that place to expand. If you give an example for the road, for example, Thika Road, once Thika Road was done as a draw, you find that the prices around this area all the way to Thika, it expanded. It's the same way you're going to find Malindi right now and all the way to Lamu. It is scheduled for expansion. Talk about Thika Garissa Highway in due course. You will find that even before we get there, we buy that land right now, because by the time those future developments are coming, you expect the prices to go on. So the other thing that you look at is also the market trends. In terms of the market trends, you're talking about the appreciation potential or demand for land. So you will find that the market trends, you'll be able to see what is the potential of the area. Something else that I forgot to talk about is the urbanization. Most of the people right now are actually for example, Nairobi is quite populated. So what you will find, the other towns within the cosmopolitan, talk about the way we are talking about Konza City, it is actually showing that people are now getting out of their comfort zone and they are getting outside there to get a parcel of land. Because Nairobi, to be very honest, to get a parcel of land is very expensive, and you are assured that that once you get out of the city, for example, talk about areas like Joska, talk about Kidhimani, those are the future places that are growing. Talk about Kisaju, those are places that are actually growing and expanding very well. So just to name but a few, those are the factors that we consider as Gredico properties. As we purchase land for any investor and who is looking forward to invest today with us, we have done all the due diligences that are required. We have gone ahead and checked on all the features that a person is looking forward to, so that they can get their return on investment.
And talking about return on investment, my brother James,
yes,
what number should they call so that they can start the bookings as early as today?
Yes, Mr. Bramwell, we are having a site visit on 28th of February, which will be the end month, and we are having a site visit for Malindi. And the number to call if you're looking forward to invest in our projects, which you are going to speak right now, is that you call our number 0711082220, 0711082220.
Okay,
yes,
that is the number, my dear listener. Call Gredico so that you can be onboarded on this site visit that is coming your way on the 28th of February. All right, I really want you to go so that you can have a look at all these projects. 0711 082 220 is the number. And Bona James,
yes,
you've actually explained in details what you do, what you
yes,
consider
yes,
before offering land to the public.
Yes.
6 factors that you've mentioned,
yes,
including the due diligence.
Yes.
Now let's talk about the project. Let us have
yes,
a look at your projects. First of all,
yes,
let us begin
yes,
at Victory Gardens,
yes,
Konza.
Yes.
Who is suitable for this particular project?
Thank you so much, Mr. Bramwell. Number one, Victory Gardens is a project located in Konza, and Konza is more of it borders 3 counties. Let me just be specific: Machakos, Makueni, and Kajiado. And specifically now, our land is actually in what you call Kajiado part, but it borders Kajiado and Makueni. Now, this land is located. Our land is located just 20 minutes drive from the Konza Technopolis and just a kilometer away from the substation. For those people who know Konza substation, just a kilometer away. So that is the project that we are having, and this project is suitable for 2 people: somebody who is want to buy and wait. Why? The future developments on the Konza Technopolis will ensure that that place grows in terms of demand first for housing, for example. All right, so you will expect somebody who will buy today and is seeking appreciation, and in due course that land is going to be what we call appreciating in terms of value. So right now we are selling that land at only 380,000, and that price, Mr. Bramwell, is all inclusive for the title deeds. And for this month, Mr. Bramwell, for February, whereby we are having the Valentines, we are doing 10,000 Kenya shillings off. All right, 10,000 Kenya shillings off for people who are going to call today. So that you'll be able to do it at 370 Kenya shillings, title inclusive, for the Konza project. And this land is just demarcated into 50 by 100, and it is upon the 21-acre piece of land. So we have been able to demarcate those the land. So we are doing 10,000 off for somebody who is going to call today. So number two, it is called a buy and build. Why? For those people who we have taken to the projects and are still paying, they will be able to see that this place is growing very fast in terms of development. We have a Konza town just near our project. All right. We have the substation, which is seeking to be expanded. And also you have seen in the media part of it, whereby the first phase of Konza Technopolis was launched. Now they are getting into the second phase, and the second phase you see something coming up, like there's the airport that is scheduled also to be done in that phase. The first phase was more of a technological. We have schools in there talking about Riara University, University of Nairobi, and so many other research companies that have actually invested in that place. So you expect that those people who will be working there, Bramwell hawezi kuwa kitoka Nairobi kila siku. You expect them to look for a demand for a place to buy and actually build. So those are the two factors that you can look for if you are a survey investor who is looking for to invest. And the site visit is free of charge every Wednesday and Saturday.
All right.
Yes.
If this is not good news, my dear listener, then I don't know the meaning of good news. All right. Imagine if you call Gredico today, instead of paying 380,000 Kenya shillings for your 50 by 100 at Victory Gardens, Konza, you're going to pay 370. And the beauty is 370 is title inclusive.
Yes.
My dear listener, why don't you take that initiative? Take advantage of this offer. 10,000 off. 0711 082 220. That is the number. 0711 082 220. If you are looking for a place or a piece of land for appreciation purposes, then Victory Gardens Konza is calling your name this morning. If you are looking for a piece of land to build your home closer to Nairobi, my dear listener, Victory Gardens Konza is calling your name this morning. 0711 082 220 is the number. Call that number, my dear listener. Take advantage of these 10,000 cash offer off, my dear listener, the discount that Gredico is giving you today, so that you can become a landowner, my dear listener. All right. Opportunities are like a biscuit. You dip it in a cup of tea, it dissolves, my dear listener. Don't allow these opportunities to slip through your fingers. All right, that is it. Victory Gardens in Konza, and I'm sure they were excited when they joined you on site visit on Saturday.
Yes.
How was the feedback after they had a look at it?
Let me say this, Mr. Bramwell. Once they went to the land, they were shown the accessibility, because that's a part that I said as a factor. And they were actually wowed. Where do you get such a project? You know, so most of them actually, as we speak right now, they are coming to our offices. Actually, this week has been a beehive of activities, kwa sababu kuna watu wamepokea zile bonuses. Kuna, you know, and there are some others maybe they have been saving. And they are actually looking to add projects. So most of the people ambao tuko now, they are buying more than even 4 plots. All right. So that is it. And maybe I can swift again also to people who are asking, hamna project ingine Nairobi? Tuko nayo. Baraka Estate Kisaju, which is just located 15 kilometers from Kitengela town, and then you exit on your left 1.5 at the prayer center. That is where our project is. We have demarcated them into 50 by 100, and we are selling them at 1.1. All right, but now selling the 1.1, and actually that is title exclusive, but title inclusive it's 1.15. That is what we are selling at for Kisaju. And anybody who is looking forward to a place to buy and build. This is the perfect way that you can do. It is a gated community kind of setup, and anybody who would like such a setup, because when talk about the utilities there, we have water, electricity on site, and this is a project that if you'd like to buy like for example 2 plots, we are able also to walk with you through a journey, and we're giving around 12 months to be able to pay that project. So we also do what we call have flexible payment plan for our projects. The other point I wanted to mention, Mr. Bramwell, somebody else is asking to, out of Nairobi, we have projects out of Nairobi. And to start with, I'll start with Malindi. All right. And just to start with, Mr. Bramwell, Malindi, for those people, there are people who have been calling, asking, Mnaenda Malindi lini? Tunaenda on 28th February 2026, which will be on a Saturday. That's when we are scheduled to go for a site visit, and we are calling any investor who would like to invest in Fahari Gardens Phase 1, which is demarcated to 100 by 100 plots. This land is located just 27 kilometers from Malindi town, and situated next to a TVET called Magarini Vocational and Training Center. So this land, we are actually we were selling it at 200,000. You remember that was the introductory price, but we are selling it currently at 190,000 Kenya shillings. Guess what? Title inclusive. Call our number 0711 082 220. Now, Mr. Bramwell, this is the clearance sale. We are actually selling the few plots remaining. Actually, if I'm to mention them, they are just less than 5. So anybody who calls the number, you will get that at 190,000. Title inclusive. Na utatumiwa mutation of the land. You'll be sent the title numbers because the titles are already there. So once you get to your plot, you'll be able to see your title number and invest in that land. We also have a project which is next to the TVET, and it is called Fahari Garden Phase 2. Bramwell, tunasema shamba appreciates. Now, this project, Fahari Phase 1, the price for Fahari Phase 2 has actually increased to 250,000 Kenya shillings, just next to Phase 1. And the Phase 2 is also 30 parcel acre. We have subdivided it into 100 by 100 parcel. And for those people who are going to call this month, ama hii mwezi, or even today, we are giving you a cash offer of 240,000. That means 10,000 cash back for that project. So anybody who is looking forward to buy, call our number 0711 082 220 and get a parcel of land next to a TVET, which is looking forward for future development in terms of you're doing commercial spaces, you're looking forward for a residential, and if you're looking forward for the agricultural, because the lower part of the land you can actually do very well in terms of agriculture, because we usually just have a river, but which is not normal, that it is seasonal. That is what I call it. So you find that this is the best place that you can actually do commercial spaces. The students, when you are there last, they are also given some enrollment. More than 1,000 students. And Bramwell, they come from far. Others, you will find the last time you were there, the locals have started doing what we call the makeshift. But they are telling us, James, investors, tell your investors to come and do nice hostels. You know, hostels are part of PSCC. We will feel we are part of it. You can imagine Bramwell, those students now stay there and bado wana convert ile class kuwa pahali pa kukaa. So you can imagine the demand for hostels, the demand for commercial spaces is very high in that specific, both for the teaching and non-teaching staff. So that is in Malindi. We move into Watamu, we have a project. This project is just located just 800 meters from the beachfront. We call it the third blow from the beach. And we are located just a few meters to the Jacaranda Beach Hotel. That's where our land is. And we have demarcated into 50 by 100 parcel of land. And for these also projects, we are also giving a 10,000 cash back for this project. We are currently selling it at 780, inclusive of title. But this month, and I know Mr. Director will be here to emphasize on the same. We are doing a 10,000 cashback to 770 for somebody who is looking forward to invest in a place you can do villas and a place that you can do Airbnbs. Actually, Mr. Bramwell, the last photos you could see, already that place has started booming. You have seen people doing what you call the flat roof kind of building, and building Airbnbs zikiwa mingi. They also have seen somebody coming up with a hotel next to a project. That will tell you the future for that place, the demand for a place actually to relax, for somebody who is looking forward for retirement home, then this is the perfect place to be for anyone. Now I'll be able to move into our projects that are currently here in on Thika Garissa Highway. We have 2 prime projects, and when I mean 2 prime, I also mean 2 affordable projects that we are having. We have Nova Gardens Phase 2. And Nova Gardens Phase 2 is located in a place called Bondoni. You take your exit at Bondoni on your left side, 3.5 kilometers. We have a center called Kiomo Center. We have a 50 by 100. 50 by 100 only going for 130,000 Kenya shillings. But for this month, we are actually doing a cashback of 5,000 off. All right, those people who are looking forward to have a land that they can build and settle. Number 2, buy and also do the farming. Then this is the perfect place that you can do. So it is demarcated into 50 by 100s. So today, call our number and get this at only 125. Mr. Bramwell, what you'll note, all our projects that I'm talking about, they are title inclusive. Hakuna story mingi. Wewe lipa, make your deposit. We have cash and installment part. So we have another phase 3, which is called Nova Garden Phase 3, which is also located along the Thika Garissa Highway in a place called Mayuni. Mayuni is in Kitui County, just some 700 meters or just behind the Mayuni Academy. We have a project that is called Nova Garden Phase 3. It is also demarcated for 50 by 100, and it is very ideal for farming, for settlement, you know, and also actually for somebody who would like to also to do commercial spaces, because that land is barely 700 meters from the highway, and we are selling it at 170,000 Kenya shillings. But for this February, we are giving a discount of 5,000 again, so you get it at 165,000. Yes, and Mr. Bramwell, this site visit tumeongea kuhusu Kisaju. We have talked about Victory Gardens, that is in Konza. We have talked about Kithioko, that is Nova Phase 2 and Nova Phase 3. There is something I would like to tell our listeners, that we have free site visits for them on Wednesdays and Saturdays. But we also understand, with the nature of the business here in Nairobi, we are a little bit sometimes busy. You can always call our number. We organize a site visit for you. All right, so if you're looking forward to invest on all the projects that I've mentioned here, call our number 0711 082 220 and begin a journey with us. And as you begin a journey with us, we have 2 kinds of payments. Number 1 is we have cash. Kuna mtu anasema niko na hii pesa yote nitalipa. So that is one part of it. So you pay your cash, you give us your documents so that we can start the processing of the title. And number 2 is we have installment. We have lipa mdogo mdogo. All right, and this assures you that you have financial freedom, that you can be able to take your priorities. Prioritize that if you, from your income that you get, may it be from your business or from your employment, you can prioritize installment payment for example, for the project we are talking about in Malindi. One, there's somebody who's asking, how do I book the site visit? Just call our number. You'll be sent them up by our team, a mutation of the land. You'll be able to deposit only 40,000. That assures you that that is part of the land. So for example, for Hari Phase 1, we are selling at 190,000 Kenya shillings, and you'll be able to pay the balance within 6 months. For Hari Phase 2, which we are selling at 250, but for this month we are selling at 240,000, you can deposit 40,000, the balance of 200 to kuandikie payment plan ya miezi sita. Again, we are also flexible. So any survey investor looking forward to invest in any of our projects and would like to know more, call our number 0711 082 220 and get to start a journey with Gredico Properties Africa Limited.
All right, my dear listener, and the journey begins now. All right, there you go, my dear listener. Create a lifestyle of joy with the ones you love by investing in land that offers peace, value, and promise. That is exactly what James has elaborated in details. Mark your calendar, because on the 28th of February, we're going to be headed to Malindi, courtesy Gredico Properties Africa Limited, for a site visit. All right, but for Victory Gardens, Konza, Baraka Kesaju, then we have Nova Gardens Phase 2 and 3 in Kithioko. Site visits are always on Wednesdays and Saturdays, but if you are held up, you can always call them for a plan. All right, 0711 082 220 is the number. My brother Jamo, thank you so much for your time this morning.
Okay,
looking forward to having you again next week, God willing.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bramwell.
All right,
okay,
my dear listener, that has been our time. We are taking a very, very short break for news headlines. I'll be coming back with a word for the day. Don't go too far.